Encounter is brought to you by the Broome County Council of Churches, where we connect compassion with needs as we inspire growth with dignity. You'll find us in special places throughout the community. For those who remain hungry, we provide meals. For those who are challenged, we build wheelchair ramps. We comfort those who are ill, minister to those who are confined, and we remain an advocate for change and understanding on behalf of every element of our community. Connect and inspire. Encounter the Broome County Council of Churches.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Encounter program sponsored by the Broome County Council of Churches. I'm your host today, Mark Kimpland, the pastor at the Endwell United Methodist Church. I'm always excited in ministry when, especially in difficult times like we are experiencing now with the pandemic and where we find ourselves as the Christian church in the 21st century, that new churches are evolving. That we have people that are gifted to minister new church plants and to revitalize and vitalize brand new community of faith. And I'm so excited to see that happening all over the state and all over our country and around the world. And we have one such case right here in the Southern Tier, right in our backyard. And so I would like to introduce to you our guests to the program who are both involved in a new church plant. And it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you the Reverend Jose Rodriguez, who is an elder from the Methodist Church in Cuba and now serving as an Hispanic Latino district associate, leading a movement of Hispanic and Latino church planting in the Upper New York Conference of the United Methodist Church. So, Jose, welcome to the program. Glad you are here. He is joined by Pastor Chanthasone, who's a veteran to this Encounter program, who has been on a few times before, who is the pastor at the Westover United Methodist Church and also the associate pastor at the Endwell United Methodist Church. So, gentlemen, welcome. Glad you are here. Let's start here. I'd like to start with Jose because Sean has been in the area for quite some time and well known and people know, but Jose, not so much on your end. So could you just take a minute or two and just introduce yourself and say a little bit about your background, maybe your family, just some kind of introductory things that our viewers and our listeners might get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you, Pastor. Yeah, I'm original from Cuba, and I started my ministry 20 years ago in Holguin, Cuba. I'm married with a beautiful wife, Judith, and have two children. They are growing now. You know, my son Gabriel is 16 years old, and my daughter Ruth is 21. I'm getting older. But I've been in ministry around 21 years. And basically, my passion is to planting churches. I did in Cuba for many years. I was leading a movement in Cuba in different provinces doing this. And when I came 7 years ago to the United States as a refugee for the sorry about that. Came as a refugee. I start my new life here in the United States, and I was praying for the calling of God, where God was leading me, and how God does things. I end here meeting with Dave Maslan and working here with the conference. We did this great vision that God gave me. But when I came, I found also the Hispanic Latino team that was before me here in the Upper New York Annual Conference. They had the same vision, the same plan. And what I did was join them. And then from that, have been working planting churches. I live in Syracuse. Then I moved city to city. We start with Olga and in Syracuse, we plant Casa de Dios, who is almost a sustainable church. It's getting mature as a church. And then we plant another church in Utica and happened in Amsterdam. And now our vision is to be able to do the same here in the Binghamton area, working with you, working in partnership with Sean, with the Lao congregation, with Endwell, United Methodist Church. That's what we basically are doing now. Our vision, our long term, is to plant a healthy Hispanic ministry in each district of the conference. And right now, we are almost in the 50% of that goal.
Good. So 6 of the 12 districts are incorporating that vision at some level and at different levels. Awesome. Awesome. Yep. Well, Sean, let me turn to you just for a moment and such things, because I remember having a conversation with Dave Masland and with Dave Kofall back in the day, and planting this seed, and this guy, Pastor Jose, who's in Syracuse, who wants to come down and such things. What excites you about this ministry, the potential of this ministry that we're promoting today and also soon to be launching in high gear?
Thank you, Pastor Mark, for the opportunity to share. And I think that exciting us as a leader and as the community of faith, it is that to be team up and partnership with each other, that know that we're not alone. So we are so thankful for Pastor Jose and the leadership of the annual conference that support us, encourage us through the ministry. As you shared before, the Lao Westover United Church is a front line in the beginning to lead the multicultural ministry here in Upper New York Conference. We was a frontline person or frontier person to begin the ministry. So we are so excited for Hispanic ministry, leadership of Pastor Jose and leadership of the Reverend David Marshland to lead us. So this is very exciting for us to have a partnership. And also more than special unique is Endwell from the Anglo Church to team up with us. So this has become full potential to reach out to diversity community here, such in Binghamton. That's greatly needed. At the 2 or 3 years now, we have see potential of immigrant and refugee have migrant here to the Broome County area. Besides just the Buffalo, Albany area or upstate New York area. Now in certain tier, we have more and more family diversity came from Middle East, South America, and Southeast Asia. So they all here make home here in Broome County. So that's exciting us for new vision, for new strength, and for new encouragement from partnership from each side. So very thankful for that.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Sean. Again, folks, we have the Reverend Jose Rodriguez with us this morning and Pastor Sean Chanthasone, and we're discussing a new Hispanic multicultural ministry here in the Southern Tier. And I'd like to guide our conversation in 3 areas, and I'll kind of let each of you kind of bounce in and out as to how you want to answer this. And I guess where I'd like to begin then is to the person who's hearing this for the first time. And here we are still in the middle of the COVID pandemic and such things. The logical question is why? Why do this? Why do it now? Why do it here? Why do it with you, with both of you? So can each of you kind of share a little bit? I know you've touched on it a little, but especially in a culture that is very used to doing the same thing the same way with the same type of people and such things. How would you answer that question of why begin this ministry? Jose, can you kind of start off that discussion a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mark. I think that is an interesting question because the idea sometimes is that the church is no longer relevant or the people don't like to go to church. In my experience, not in that way. And after 6 years working in different cities, I found that unchurched people that never went before to the church, they are coming to our service. And what I told you, I think in one conversation before was, I found that it's no longer Hispanic people coming to Hispanic ministry, because we can divide our society, our community are mixed. Our kids are in school and they study together with different background friends. Also, my own son, he is a lot of friends, and I say they are Cubans and a few Hispanic people. They are from, American. They are from Afro-American, Asian, Russian, so diverse. And if you want to work, or you're going to Walmart to shopping, you are going to be related with others. And I think this is the goal for the church, or this is the role for our church: be more diverse. We need to learn how to worship together in different background, in different society that we have. And what I found important now is that our neighborhood is changing. Uh, you're going to see my neighbor here. He is from Ukraine, and in the front of my house it says uh, Afro-American, and the other is Italian, and we are neighbors.
Yeah.
We say hi, we say hello, we share. Sometimes we shovel the snow for the other sidewalk. It's the same. What I found is that we need to be that kind of church that give us purpose, and that is what I'm excited to start here in the Johnson City with the Endwell from the beginning, with that DNA, building a teamwork that come from diverse setting, with the Asian, with the Anglo, with Hispanic. We are building a teamwork that will answer questions for different people.
Yeah.
Because before, working in other cities, that is the end. We start as Hispanic, pure Hispanic people, but we end with different people coming to us. Now we are starting with different background, with different DNA, trying to connect with the whole community that is diverse. And quickly, I think now more than ever, the church is needed. Uh, Going through this pandemic, and I think we are overcoming that, maybe the potential risk. But what about post-COVID? What about the fear, the loneliness? What about the lack of purpose, the fear in the heart of people? I think that our ministry will be a safe place and the open place to care, to love, to share, to give opportunity to keep growing as a community, to help each other and moving forward.
Well put. Well put. Thank you for sharing that. It's been said that Sunday morning is the most exclusive hour of the week. And we're trying to bridge that and such. And interesting that you shared the children, how diverse their experience is. And when they come and worship on Sunday, it's not. And why isn't it? So thank you for sharing that. Sean, anything you'd like to add about the why? Because without the why, the how and all of that doesn't make any sense. So anything you want to share about why we ought to be doing this?
Because once again, I strongly agree with Pastor Jose for sharing that. So this is very good thought and good point. And we need each other. We need peace. We need compassion. We need not only just worship on Sunday together, but each day we need to come together as community, especially in the difficult and challenging times such like this. No, doesn't matter what background, education, or theology you came from. We need each other. They are also we need understanding as a community of faith to or diversity. Or need to exchange our culture. We need to exchange our experiences, how God has blessed each other in different daily setting. So we need that. We need each other. That's why we're doing this to help each other, educate each other, and encourage one another at the body of Christ. That's why we're doing this.
Thank you. Again, friends, we are with the Reverend Jose Rodriguez and the Pastor Sean Chanthasone, who are beginning the process of a multicultural ministry here in Johnson City, which leads me to the next question. All right, now we know why. How are we going to do it? how do we, what process is either in place or will be in place and such things? What are some of the strategies that we don't have to cover all of them, but just a kind of a snapshot of the strategies, Jose, that you're implementing at this time to do this?
Yeah, well, I think that the basic thing in life is learning. Learning. We are learner. We have to keep learning to how to live, how to, going through the difficult time. We need to keep learning about our own childs, about our own life, knowing each other. Um, what about if we start learning about our neighbors? What about if we start learning how to worship together with other people with different background, like happened in the Pentecost, like happened from the beginning with Jesus doing ministry with different peoples, different level of society, different kind of thought, And for me, it's learning. Right now, we are doing a worship together with the Lao congregation, spending time with the Anglo people, trying to learn from each other, to build the bridge between our cultures. Now, I know that one important thing is helping others, but for me, it's not helping people from the above. It's beside them. What that means for me is that it's not thinking that I have things that you need. It's understanding that I can help you now because, and also you can help me. I don't know if that makes sense, but we used to do ministry, giving things or doing things for people. My invitation is doing ministry with the people,
right,
knowing each other, because I don't believe in the people are victims. I'm the hero. I'm trying to help you because you need me. No. I'm your friend. I'm working with you in this part of the journey because I know sometimes I need someone working with me.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of community that we are trying to build. It's not one culture above others. It's all together in the same page and helping each other, building a space for talk, security. People can feel welcome, people can feel understood, free to worship, but also helping people to find the job that they're needing right now, or people that take care of some area of their life. This is the how can we to connect with the people of Lao, or Korean people that are neighbors. How can I, as a Hispanic, connect with the family that is Afro-American? It's learning.
Yeah.
It's spending time with them, but also it's open my heart and willingness to knowing each other and working together and helping each other. I don't know if that makes sense, complete sense for you.
I mean, that's the gospel message too, this idea of sacred relationship, and fostering that and working hard at that. Sean, is there anything strategically also that you want to add to what Jose has already shared?
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Mark. To add to Pastor Jose, the Lao Westover United Church in the past had focused on the 4 area. When we come to multicultural ministry, we are focused on the, like Pastor Jose said, welcome each other by creating new place for new people. We are welcome. We are make sure they are feel safe to be here with us, comfortable and passionate with us. And we also strengthen the existing congregation that already here, help them, encourage them by adding new vision, new multicultural. It's a strength in them. It helps the existing congregation to be energized and also motivated, and also looking forward to partnership with each other. That's the second focus that we had done successfully in the past. And then also engage ministry with each other, either in the program or immigration program, or each program we call that the engaging ministry in the poor in our ministry. And then when the encourage one another and relationship build, the bridge build, as Pastor Jose has shared, in 2-3 years from now, we are focused on developing the leadership of that congregation, that who will lead our second generation, who will lead our first generation, come together. So leadership is our running goal here, or a highlight for us. But before that, the bridge at Pastor Jose have shared, the bridge need to build, relationship need to build, and then make sure we have create comfortable and peace and safe for folks to come and be with. This could be their home, and then and long term we develop leadership to lead as the Jesus Christ have told us. Our mission is to make disciples for the transformation of the world. So this is our focus, leadership.
Awesome. Good. Well, the seeds are being planted. Oh, go ahead, Jose. Did you have something else you wanted to share?
Yeah. I want to add something, that this is not just a dream. This is based in experience, and because learning what can I do, but also what can I know, what can't do, is important. Because we say, well, how can we worship together? How can we make disciples with that, huge difference between cultures? We are developing leadership, as Sean mentioned. In Casa de Dios in Syracuse, the dynamic is we have people coming from so different cultures. What we are doing here is developing leaders to work with that specific culture. We are worshiping together, we are do ministry together, but then we take care of the difference, helping people to understand what we are talking, what we are doing, what is our vision in their own message and culture. That is why we have this mixed leadership team, because our goal is that people from Asian, they can be, their need could be understood with the leadership, as well as Hispanic and Anglo and different. Then for us, we are together, but taking care of the difference,
Yes.
We can ignore that. And
Right.
We are working
absolutely. Well, it's great and exciting to hear that there's the process in place, and it's based on history. It's based on doing this before and all of that. And so now many of our listeners and viewers and such things are hearing this for the first time. That wow, it's exciting. It sounds exciting. It sounds like God's hand is through all of this. So I guess I'd like to kind of wrap things up with the idea of how can people help? How can they contribute to this ministry? And in what ways do you need people to reach out, lend a hand, come alongside, as you both were saying and such things? What are some things that you could share with our listeners and viewers?
Well, for me, it's important that people know that they have to come as with an open heart to serve, to learn, and willing to take risk. That is not like a comfort zone here doing ministry. Have to be, you can do in the level that you want, Maybe you say, no, I don't have time and just want to give you some budget, or I can bring some instrument for the kids, or you can do in the level that you want. But my invitation is to put your feet on the water and take the risk and come. And if you have time is the most value resources. If you have time, just time to spend with someone, to talk with someone, to help others feel welcome in the church, this is something that you can share here with us. if you have any kind of resources that you say, I would like to share, maybe you know people with company that can offer jobs for people that are looking for improve their life, working, not just receiving help, but doing something. Maybe that is a good connection. People with company or with job opportunity for offer people. Doing ministry worship. If you are, you know how to sing, to play instrument. If you have passion for children's, it's a lot of opportunity to serve the community, uh, because our community need people able to love, to care, to take risk, to showing that it's no fear who's going to lead us. It's love, because God is love.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, go ahead, Sharon.
add to with Pastor Jose the how the people can get involved. We have a couple options that people can get involved. Number one, we're so thankful for tuning into the program. We honor that you tune in. And number two, continue to pray for us, and then get involved with us. We have many programs that such education or children program, youth or adult ministry, that you can get involved in cross culture, learning about who we are. We are yearning for relationship. We are yearning for your open heart, your time, and your investment and your generosity gift. So we are yearning for that. So
Thank
get
you.
involved with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you both. We could do another 4 shows on this, and hopefully we will over the years and over the months ahead. But our time is coming to an end, and I just want to take this time to thank you, Reverend Jose Rodriguez and Pastor Sean Chanthasone, as you continue God's work here in the Southern Tier with this new multicultural ministry. And friends, if you'd like to have any more information about this ministry, feel free to call and contact the Endwell United Methodist Church also, and we will connect you with Pastor Jose and also Pastor Sean. So friends, have a blessed week. Enjoy life and be brothers and sisters and loving neighbors to one another. Have a great day.
Thank you.